Hey you guys, what's up? It's Christian and Corey from SuperKamiGuru9000. I'm here with Uberikari, King of Lightning, Yokorama Game Talk, and Code Provider. Thank you guys for coming today. Let's start off with Naruto. First of all, we're going to talk about our final Toby theory. Who do you guys think Toby is? Let's start with Corey from SuperKamiGuru9000.
Okay, Toby, obviously, he just announced he's going to be revealed, so I'm just going to give my final thoughts on him. I released a video like a year ago about like identity and everything. I still stick to it. I still think that Zetsu is heavily involved in who Toby is and who he actually is. And my main evidence to that is still the big battle that Toby had with Konan, where all those explosions were going on, and then it came to a point where he had to rip his mask off and he had to use Izanagi. And because of that, we got to see a good more portion of his face. And on the left side of his face, you can see that the author intentionally blackened everything out so that you couldn't actually see what was happening. Same thing in the anime. And that's why I'm still saying that Toby is actually the other half of Black Zetsu. And maybe he's somehow combined with the other parts of the first Hokage, because obviously we still haven't gotten the full explanation about how Zetsu was fully created and everything. But I'm still fully convinced that Black Zetsu has two halves. The white half is just sort of like a byproduct. And the two black halves make a whole. And again, that also goes in with the whole thing Itachi saying that he's a shell of his former self. The black halves could be the literal shell of Madara. But that's just what I'm going on.
King of Lightning, who do you think Toby is, or what's your theory on that?
Well, my theory on Toby is that Toby is like a part of Madara. Like, he split up his... Because I believe that because when Madara got his Rinnegan, I believe that he split his yin and yang chakra, and Toby is the yin chakra, which is why he can use Sharingan techniques. And then the reason why he needs like a Zetsu-like body is because yin is spiritual chakra, and he has a physical body of his own. I mean, that's what I personally think. Other than that, I really don't give a fuck, to be honest. I mean, look, I'm just saying that if Toby goes to the, who cares? I mean, it can be Kagami, it can be Obito, fuck it. I just want to see who the hell he is and call it a day. And that's it. That's it. Fuck it. It can be Goku. Shit. Let it be Goku. Fuck it. And that's what I personally think, okay? It's half of Madara Uchiha or just some random Kagami or Obito. I'll take it. I don't care. I'm just saying.
Well, I think it pretty much has to be involving Zetsu. There's no way it can't.
I think it's pretty interesting you brought up the whole yin-yang thing, and then you go back to Zetsu, who's obviously, the whole black and white thing. I don't think there's a coincidence there. That's actually, I've never heard that before. That's a really great theory.
I mean, he needs a Zetsu body for a particular reason. Well, you got to think, why is that? Like, why does he need a Zetsu-like body? I mean, yeah, he could be related to Zetsu in some way, shape, or form. But, I mean, wouldn't Zetsu... I mean, because we don't know what Zetsu is. Like, Zetsu's a bigger mission than Toby. It's like, what is Zetsu? Like, what is this guy? Like, just black and white. It's like, who are you? Like, where'd you come from? Like, what's your origin? Like, we don't know. He's just
Maybe
there.
they had seeds, and they planted him, and he kind of just grew. I mean, it doesn't have to be that complicated, man. Actually, I agree with you. I really don't give a fuck who Toby is at all.
That's a shame.
I just want it to be revealed.
I do think the reveal is kind of overdue.
Yeah, I mean, that seems to be the general consensus. Like, a lot of people want to know, but at the same time, we mostly just want to know because we just want to know. It's just because we've been waiting for so freaking long on this thing. It's just like, just tell us already. We're sick of it,
I don't think that Toby can be the sort of yin chakra with a Zetsu-like shell. I mean, it's already been confirmed that Kakashi knows who Toby is, right? That Kakashi and Toby know each other.
How? Where's the...
I mean, I don't know where it comes from, but, I mean, apparently it's been confirmed just in the last couple of weeks. Like, we know that Kakashi knows Toby. And if he knows Toby... And, I mean, I don't think that... It's impossible for Kakashi to have ever known Madara while Madara was alive.
Isn't it the other way around? Doesn't Toby know Kakashi?
Yeah, I thought it was the other way around. Like, Toby knows...
Yeah, I don't remember that.
But even if it's the reverse, Madara died before Kakashi was ever born.
I don't know. I mean...
So if Toby is a part of Madara, then how could Toby know who Kakashi is?
Yeah.
I mean, unless... no, that just produces too much continuity complications. I don't think it could be the yin version of Madara Uchiha. I just don't see that happening. Personally, I don't really care who Toby is. I mean, the only thing that I really care about is whether or not Kishimoto can pull off this reveal without producing significant plot holes.
Okay.
Seriously, that's the only thing that matters to me.
How much of the fan base do you think is going to be happy when they
With the
reveal?
reveal?
Yeah.
12%.
1%? Yeah.
12.
Yeah,
12?
there's definitely gonna be more people that are gonna be pissed off.
It's going to be.
Fuck it, dude. Niggas gonna be so mad.
Everyone's going to be
Look at
pissed.
this guy. What the fuck? Like, dude. Because the way it is that Kishimoto set it up, where no matter who it is, you're
Yep.
gonna be mad at for some.
Yeah, because it's been way too long. Like, how many? Like, it's been like over a year since everybody's like, "Who the hell is Toby?" You know, and just haven't even gave us that.
And there are
many,
just
like,
too many little camps now where people want them to be different people. So, like, no matter who you pick, there's just too many other choices that someone has to be pissed
I mean,
off.
it's no doubt that everyone's expectations are going to be incredibly high. But I mean, you know, who knows? Maybe it'll be the greatest plot twist we've ever seen. But until we actually,
It's great.
until we see this
I don't
reveal,
see it being-
it's up in the air.
I don't
I
see
don't
it
think it's
being.
going to live up to the hype.
See, there's only a certain amount of things that Kishimoto can do, especially when you have a subplot mystery that's as important as this is. One of the things that he can't do, for example, is make it somebody that's never been mentioned in the manga, and then reverse engineer their backstory. That's something he can't do. That would
What Kagami?
Wait, my theory kind of is like what you just said. Like, the theory that I have is that he's not an Uchiha. Toby is not an Uchiha. Because every time we see him, we have never seen him with his Sharingan, like, unactivated. It's always activated, like Kakashi's. And we've never seen him use the Katon fire technique jutsu. So that's usually, like, a big
That's a staple.
giveaway that he's an Uchiha. We never seen him use that technique. So,
I mean,
like,
it's been used in the video games, but that's a video game, so that's
yeah. I'm not counting the video games.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about the manga. Like, we've never seen him use that, and that's usually every Uchiha we've seen use that technique at some point. We've even seen Madara use that. So it must be like something that every Uchiha uses. So, and like it being never inactivated, always activated. So it's kind of like shows that he probably implanted that Sharingan as well into himself. So he's probably not an Uchiha. And though I also agree he has something to do with Zetsu, of course. Maybe he's like just a Zetsu implanted with the Sharingan. I don't know, but there's definitely a possibility of him being somebody that has not really been introduced. We might know the person, but it hasn't really been a focus on him, so that we won't really guess who he is. You know, maybe Kishimoto's like, you know, I'll show this person, but I won't really, you know, give him much spotlight, and then bam, he's Toby. You know,
It's the fucking ramen guy. And you're like, son of a
yeah,
bitch.
it's the ramen guy.
God, that's a popular response.
I just can't see that happening.
No.
I can't see
If it was the ramen guy, that would be fucking awesome.
That would devastate Naruto.
No, it would
That would be a
totally
great
fucking-
joke. I mean, Naruto doesn't really do jokes usually anymore, so...
It would be like, you son of a bitch. You didn't all this time.
Fuck it. Do it. Better than pretty much any other option that I could think of.
I mean, like, I'd rather be like fucking sausage from the future. Just bring it on, man. Just I don't care anymore. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
good. Just screw it, man.
Yeah,
It's like,
at this point, it's been so long. Nobody cares really at this point.
exactly. It's like what's sucking in like right now for me. The most things that are actually important are Orochimaru and what the hell he's planning with these people. Who knows anything. Yeah.
If Kishimoto didn't announce in the interview that he was going to release in the next month, we probably wouldn't even be talking about this right now. The only reason we give a shit is because he kind of made us give a shit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's true. I would have thought it was way too cliche to bring up this topic. I'm not going to lie. Under any other circumstances.
This is the most discussed Naruto topic in the past.
Yeah.
But it really is what's going on right now in the story. You know, the mask is chipping and everything. The Ten Tails is coming out. I mean, this is a big deal. This is like the culmination of a lot of things in the series, aside from the whole Naruto Sasuke stuff.
But like, what's more important though? Like this guy's face or the progenitor of all things that exist in the Naruto universe? Like, fuck that. Fuck it. I don't care who he is. Bring on the 10 Tails. Let me see this god. Let me see this god that supposedly made all life on the planet. Like, bring it on. That's what I want to see.
I don't think we'll see the 10 Tails.
It's Arceus.
It's Arceus.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said before, like once you get towards the end of a manga, there's only certain things that you can do that will not result in some sort of significant plot hole or some sort of contrived plot device.
How many flashbacks do you think we're going to get?
I mean, if the Jubi comes out right now, how did they beat the Jubi? They can't even defeat Madara.
Yeah, right?
Hell, they could barely stand a chance against the Ghetto Mazo statue.
They will release
Without a
the
contrived
Jubi.
plot
If there's no Jubi, then there's so many people are just gonna be pissed off.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no way. Like it's been built up. Like it's the Jubi. It's the Satan Six Cats. He's the original like Jinchuriki, not the Jinchuriki, whatever. Yeah, Jinchuriki. We haven't used over in a while, but he's the original Jinchuriki of the Ten Tails. Like all this build up, Toby's trying to bring him out, and like he's so close. I don't think it's just gonna be like, no, we're not gonna bring him out.
I don't think Toby's going to bring him out.
No,
Are you saying they're gonna Are you saying they're gonna blue balls the Ten Tails?
No,
I think so.
awesome.
That's awful. I hope that doesn't happen.
I mean, because like, if that happens, then the question is, what was the point of having the Akatsuki chased all around the goddamn Jinchuriki if you're not gonna bring out the fucking Tentos? Like, what's the point?
What the fuck was the point of this war?
Yeah.
Seriously, why did they have a whole war when the
Entertainment.
dude could have just brought
It's
out
not even a war. What are you talking about? By definition, it's not a fucking war.
But what was the point of this battle?
I mean, apparently the point
Entertainment.
was
Entertainment. That was the real reason behind it all.
No. Apparently, like the main focus of the war was to just get the chakra from Ginkaku and Kenkaku, so he can summon the goddamn Ten-Tails, and that's it. Apparently, which doesn't make
I still don't think Toby intended for any of that to happen. That was a complete and total shock. I think even on Toby's part.
Yeah, he didn't really know he was gonna bring King Kong.
Exactly. He had no plan to capture to be like.
According to him, all he needs is a piece. So technically, all he needed to do was like grab some of Naruto's hair and say, "Fuck it, like we out."
I think he needs more than that than just a couple of like Naruto's DNA. He needs like actual chakra.
Yeah, I need some Nine-Tails.
Yeah,
chakra.
you need some, and you don't just. I still think you need a certain amount of chakra. You can't just take like a little jar of it and be like, "This is enough." I still think you need like a
Jars of chakra, please.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, I still think. I don't know.
Okay, on the
All right, but that's Naruto.
yeah, that's pretty much Naruto. Let's go to Bleach.
All right, so Bleach
I'm out.
is.
We'll call you back.
Alright, I'm sitting this one out as well. I'm not caught up.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn, that sucks. Okay, well, any case, Bleach this month has just continuing to be as raw and awesome as possible. I'm enjoying it a lot more than the other big three, but that's just because Bleach hasn't been this good in a long time, and it's just, obviously the big thing here is Byakuya. He might have actually just been killed, and I'm still not sure if he's dead. They had that one Quincy guy who's like, "Oh, Byakuya Kuchiki is dead," and everybody's reacting in all the same way and everything. But obviously the biggest development is Kenpachi coming into the battlefield, and he had like fucking 3 Quincy just like shish kebabbed on his sword, just like hanging out on his shoulder and everything. And that's really all that's happened this month. Unfortunately, Kubo has fallen ill, and he's had to take a little break from working on the manga. But that's given us a really great cliffhanger to get us really excited. I mean, who doesn't like Kenpachi? He's the coolest character in the series.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is that, like, I'm not gonna say that Byakuya's dead because we've seen so many characters in Bleach survive the most horrific incidences, and it's like, okay, so we can presume that a character is going to be alive until they're confirmed dead. Until I see Byakuya's tombstone, he's not dead. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, but there's still a possibility he would come back though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, of course, obviously. I mean, it's Bleach. Shit. But the thing here is that when it comes to Kenpachi, because I don't know, because I didn't read it, or I tried to read it, but I didn't understand it, but there was this, like, manga, like, written by some other dude other than, like, Kaite Kubo, about, like, what happened during, like, the 17-month time skip. Like, some dudes go and talk to Aizen, and, like, like, the souls aren't for Ricky thing. Have you ever heard about that? That...
Was it like a novel series or something?
Yeah, it was something of that nature.
They advertised it a few months ago with the manga. I never had a chance to read it.
Yeah, well, basically, according to that, it's like the previous... No, it's like the 8th Kenpachi, because I think that Kenpachi right now is the number 10 Kenpachi.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure, but it's like... Because we know that he killed the 9th one, but apparently the 8th one was in prison, like where Aizen is right now, and he talks to Aizen in prison, and he talks to him about like the Kenpachis and how powerful they were. He talks about how he beat the 7th Kenpachi. He was supposed to be like the most strongest Kenpachi ever, or something of that nature. Like it was like ridiculous. Like his powers were so absolute. Like he was way stronger than Yamamoto apparently. Like on some crazy stuff. And like this novel series has brought a Kenpachi. I mean, like, despite the fact that he is like just surviving like 3 Quincy, which is shocking because the Quincy so far have been so dominant. It's like, like who can beat them? And also we have Kenpachi, who I already beat 3. It's like, oh shit. So it really does bring like the excitement level. But the thing here is that people are waiting to see what he can do. People are now assuming that Kenpachi has like super abilities that he's never shown before, like ever. Like people are assuming that we're gonna see his Bankai soon, and it's kind of like that. It's very strange because Kenpachi has never even talked to a sword once. So him getting a Bankai is like, what the hell? That's kind of it's really weird. But at the same time, if he does have these exponential powers, like all the previous Kenpachi, then we may in fact see Kenpachi actually go toe to toe with the Empire King with a Buckbeard. So who knows? I mean, people are waiting for this shit to happen, and Kubo's illness is not gonna fucking help, man.
No, it's definitely not. I was like I said, Kenpachi is my favorite character in the series, and when I saw that final panel where he finally came back, I'm extremely excited. They should just make the whole damn manga about this character. But I do know what you mean. A lot of people are having these grand expectations for Kenpachi to sort of pull like some sort of mystery attack from out of nowhere that we've had really no warning about at all. And I don't think he's going to pull out a Bankai. I think he's just going to be typical Kenpachi. I think he's just going to show a lot of bravado, be a badass, maybe take his eye patch off. But I can't see him dying. But then again, you bring up the whole, the leader of the Quincy, Buckbeard or whatever the hell his name is. A lot of people have had this really interesting theory too that he actually, we're bringing up the novel series, that guy might actually be one of the previous like Kenpachis. And because they actually do look pretty similar when you look at them, and but still, there's a lot of weird stuff in this series. But I mean, that's just one of the theories that's going around. Maybe there's a reason why he's able to, other than the fact that he doesn't use his Bankai, why he's able to take out these Quincy. But but also Yachiru, I'm hoping that she'll show up eventually too, because she's done nothing in the series, and she's got to be Ken's partner for a reason. I mean, other than the fact that she's just there to be comic relief, I still feel she has a purpose. And maybe she'll actually get to do something cool.
Yeah, true. Please.
You never know, man. You never know.
I'm not caught up, dude, but I've seen a picture of Beard. None of these motherfuckers in manga with beard in their name actually have a fucking beard. Besides Blackbeard, he grew a beard, but when we first saw Blackbeard, he didn't have a fucking beard. Whitebeard didn't have a fucking beard.
Get a mustache!
He just had a mustache.
They all have fucking mustaches, that's it.
Yeah, I mean,
pretty epic mustache.
Although Blackbeard is growing a beard.
Yeah, Blackbeard's growing a beard now, so it makes sense, but
okay, well,
I don't know.
He's a hipster.
But,
Hey, Brownbeard had a beard, right?
Yeah.
Technically.
Brown beard, but he doesn't fucking matter. So the only one that doesn't fucking matter is...
whoa. Back on the topic of Bleach here. Holy cow.
Yeah, let's get back to Bleach. Let's get back to Bleach.
Yeah. I mean, and the one last thing everyone's looking forward to is who the hell saved Urahara's ass? Grimjo. Everyone knows it's Grimjo. It has to be Grimjo. He's coming back, gonna be stronger because he's been training in the Hueco Mundo desert for like God knows how many, whatever. Just Grimjo. I want to see you back.
I'd like it to be Grimjow. I mean, I thought he was a great character, especially because he sort of he got attacked and then we never really got back to his story at all. But I don't know. I mean, that character could be anybody, and I still think that Urahara looks surprised in a sense that he looks like he's going to get hurt.
Isn't he confirmed dead?
Who? No, Grimjo's not confirmed.
Grimjow was never confirmed dead.
Wait. Wasn't like the Hell chapter, whatever, wasn't that like canon? The Hell chapter?
It was canon to a degree, but...
Because like they remember that one shot chapter or whatever that came out, and it was pretty much like Hell, and Grimjow was there. Shouldn't that like confirm that he's freaking dead?
No, it wasn't.
He was in the Hell chapter.
I do not. I don't know. I can barely remember that. I'll have to go back and look at that. But
I think so. I think it was Hero and it was Size of Apollo. It was number 8 and 9. They were there. I know for a fact, but I don't think Grimjow was there.
No, like from what I could remember, I did read it like a year and a half ago. But from what I could remember, I remember Grimjow. Like I remember like being like, oh, what? He's dead? Like what the hell? So.
I mean, I don't think so, but according to Kubo, because Kubo had a list of Anchors who were confirmed dead or alive, Hattie Bell and Grimjaw are confirmed active, while the rest are all dead, deceased. He had a list. Yeah, he had an actual list.
And this is all pretty recent information too. So
Yeah, I might be mistaken. I'm just like trying to remember.
I mean, but I mean that was a a tie-in to a movie, so that's either here or there. But I mean, the whole thing with Grimjaw.
If it is Grimjaw in the manga, then I'm probably gonna start catching up because Grimjaw is one of my favorite characters.
Oh yeah, he's fantastic. I mean, and I mean,
Kenpachi action. If only like Ikaku was going crazy with his Bunkai, that would be
Oh, really? Yeah, that'd be shocking.
I'd probably just be like shit like crazy.
Yeah, just read a few chapters. Okay, let's jump into One Piece if everyone's happy with that.
Yes.
Yeah, go.
Yes.
Awesome.
God damn.
So, co-provider's ready. So, lately in One Piece, we have crack babies and dudes that have food stuck to their face.
That's true.
And a giant
Why
slime.
always undermine One Piece, man?
We're not undermining One Piece. We love pointing out the ridiculousness of it because it's just so insane.
It's like that's the norm.
I know, but it's
That's
fun.
why no one points it out, because that's just how the fuck it is.
Yeah, it's funny. It's just you can describe One Piece out loud and it sounds ridiculous.
Well, I'm not caught up to Bleach and all that shit you were just talking about sounded pretty damn ridiculous.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
Any fucking thing you're not caught up with sounds ridiculous. Fucking Dragon Ball Z, giant monkeys and shit. Come on now.
Dudes that shoot beans and blow up planets. Yeah, that sounds pretty ridiculous, actually.
But
Anyway, motherfuckers. So
Anyway,
Devil
One
Fruits
Piece.
can come back now? God damn.
Yes, that's actually pretty awesome.
So, dude, when Ace died, if his fruit came back, someone in the fucking Marines can have Ace's ability.
I don't think.
I mean, I've heard that they're thinking about giving the food that Ace had to Kobe. Just say fuck it.
Oh, to Kobe?
Yeah.
that would be
Yeah,
awesome.
I think I could definitely see that, yeah.
Like Kobe rocks the fire now. Like that'd be some shit. Yeah,
And maybe it's like another generation of admirals, and after this one like dies out or whatever, then Kobe becomes like the next fucking admiral after.
Yeah, next fleet admiral. Yeah.
Fucking Gramp is training him right now. Something like that.
I never really fucking liked Kobe, to be honest. I don't give a shit about it.
I can't wait to see him, dude.
I hated Kobe at first. I thought he was really irritating, but I don't know. I kind of liked him during the war arc.
Really?
Yeah.
He was.
True. I mean, he's a man up, you know. I mean, look, he stood up against Akainu, and he was cocked back for bagging a fist. Like, he was really like,
yeah.
what are you doing? And I'm like, wait.
And then
Yeah,
Shanks,
that's a
the
good character
motherfucker.
Yeah, Shanks is like the ultimate badass that has done nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
But when it comes to this arc, like overall, like this arc so far has been pretty good. I mean, the fact that we actually know how Devil Fruits, like actually return back to the cycle, that is some pretty big stuff. Because people have been wondering, like how do Devil Fruits get into snow? Like how do like weapons eat Devil Fruits, and how do Devil Fruits come back? How did Blackbeard pull the shit he did? And this is actually hinting as the way how they may have had it. Like Blackbeard may have had the same type of fruit that the Guru no Mi originated in, and then he somehow ate that shit, and because his body is atypical, then maybe he could sustain the power, like, so it's crazy, like...
There's got to be something more going on, because then why would he cover himself with a sheet? Because
I don't know, I mean...
feel like...
There's a pirate trick involed here.
Oh, yeah, there has to.
There's some Jack Sparrow bullshit going on up in here.
Yeah, I mean, but as of right now, all we know is a few more things about Devil Fruits, and we pretty much covered them. I mean, all we need to know now is where they originated from, and then we need to know how people like Vegapunk can implant them into like weapons and shit. So
I feel like rankings became completely, well, not completely, but they're pretty meaningless now if you think about it. Before, we kind of used it to measure people's power and stuff, like, oh, he's a Shichibukai, he's a Yonko, okay, I kind of have a feel of how strong they are. But now, Law is a Shichibukai, and Doflamingo, he used to work under Doflamingo, and Doflamingo is also a fucking Shichibukai. And then we have Virgo come now, and Virgo works for Doflamingo. And Law seems like he might be weaker than Virgo, so there's like 2 levels of fucking strength, and they're all Shichibukai.
Law also has his heart that's stuck in that like weird box that Caesar's holding on to too. So He's also limited at what he can do at this point. Although in the last chapter, it seems like he's ready to start, getting.
Yeah, he has a plan. He's like, okay, we're going to continue, according to plan.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, if that's actually Law's heart, though, as soon as I don't know if he has that sea stone shit around his hand, so he can't do anything yet. But as soon as he can, he could just take it back.
Should. I mean, like the fact that he gave his heart away in the first place was fucking stupid. I was like, what, who the fuck does that?
I wouldn't say that so soon. Because we don't know what's up.
That was stupid. That was stupid. It was like, okay, well, we need to have
his heart. What if it's fucking Luffy's heart?
He's coughing up blood. Luffy's fine.
Well, Luffy was fine if he took out his heart.
Dude, I don't know. Well, smoke breathes his heart. No one's like, and maybe his heart's actually made out of smoke, so we don't know. Who knows? But it'll be cool to see though. But overall, and of course the fighting between, like, before that, when we see the fighting, when, like, Luffy, when Luffy and Frankie inside Chopper's body, and, like, they face off against the Eddie Cool brothers, like, that was hilarious. The way Chopper just grabbed, like a mountaintop and just threw it at one of the Eddie Cool brothers, said, fuck you, man, I run this shit. That was amazing. And then we have the, when Caesar Clown fought against Luffy, and when Luffy outran the explosion, I was like, holy shit, awesome. So awesome. I was like,
dude,
yes.
This arc has just been awesome, but at the same time, we still don't really know what the fuck is going on. It's like,
I kind of like that, though.
Good, but I couldn't care less about Smiley until the business.
Oh, what, dude? Come on. You saw him, like...
It's like the equivalent of a nuclear bomb in the One Piece world.
I don't know. It's just like... it was kind of lame. It was like a piece of, like, smoke, poison, whatever, that ate a dough for that. I was like, at that point, I was just like, oh, really? Come on. But now that, like, we see...
Dude, it completely changed the whole fucking system. Like, everything.
Everything
I don't know. I just couldn't...
Everything in One Piece is strange, though. That's the point I was just trying to make. Everything in One Piece is already really strange anyway, so you might as well just be able to accept those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Like the fact that he made a poison just so people can stand still, like literally, like kind of like ash, like volcanic ash, and just consume your entire body, and then you just freeze, and then you solidify.
No, I like this stuff. This is the latest chapter. Before I couldn't get into this whole like meaning with this whole like poison whatever
this
crap.
blob monster.
Oh yeah, well yeah, it
Whatever,
definitely.
Like, since it's getting developed, we're getting like actually cool things. Like we're like seeing the whole devil fruit crap and the whole ash freezing. That's pretty. It's getting pretty legit.
And who do you guys?
I think this is just a test run because I think it's just like why the fuck would he waste this on this random ass island? He's just testing this out, and he can make fucking devil fruit appear anytime. So we can make Smiley fucking appear anytime. He can just keep making more Smileys, and he can keep making more Shino-kunis, and this is crazy shit.
Do you? Who do you guys think is watching this weapons test?
All those guys who are hidden in the shadow.
Well, obviously, Kid is watching.
Oh yeah, definitely Kid is there.
Kid and Lucci, I think.
Yeah, a lot of people. Maybe you guys can clear this up for me. When we were reviewing One Piece last week, a lot of people were saying that they saw Lucci in there, but I didn't see any Lucci.
He's there.
I saw the maimed hair. I saw the top hat. It's Lucci. It's fucking Lucci.
It's fucking Lucci, or it's a new character. But why would he do that?
He's coming back for revenge.
We might have seen Hawkins. People say it was Hawkins. I'm not too sure.
Might have seen Peckham's.
Big damn subordinates. When I can't wait until Luffy face off against a big man. It's just gonna be fucking awesome. Oh, okay. And then there was someone with horns that kind of looked like Bruno, but we're not too sure. That's why I say that maybe CP9 members watching this stuff. Who knows? Maybe Crocodile's watching this shit too.
That would be nice. That would be really awesome if CP9 came back. Because let's face it, CP9 was easily one of the most popular arcs from the first half of the series.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
If not, personally, it's my favorite arc from the first half of the series. I love it.
It depends what they come back to do, though.
Yeah,
if he just throws them in there for the novelty of it, and he's like, "Oh, look, it's your favorite fucking villains again." And it depends if he does it right, which I'm sure he will. He's fucking Eiichiro Oda, but yeah,
someone's a fan.
Yeah. But all in all, I am enjoying this arc a lot. It's really fun. I'm laughing a lot. I'm loving the action, and I like the unpredictability of it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's
Yeah, we have no idea what's gonna happen next. So
Yeah, I'm glad it's not. I'm glad it's not
Yeah,
falling
we
into
know
the
what's
whole
happening.
like stereotype of like we're gonna go to
we
a
don't even
new
know what's
island.
happening now, and what's gonna happen next is even.
And Doflamingo,
Yeah.
badass motherfucker. I love that guy.
Finally, it ties into the story.
Yeah.
Of it.
I know. I've only seen him twice, and I already love that guy.
He's a mysterious bastard. He's up to something big.
I mean, and let's not forget about the fact that they're on an island where Aokiji and Akihino fought for 10 days. Like, oh shit! Like, what the fuck? I mean, like, the island itself is just so epic. I mean, like, we have one side ice, one side magma, and it's so awesome because, like, yo, like, these guys are fucking ridiculous. Like, yeah, I really want to see this fight. Hopefully, Oda goes back and shows us the fight between these two. That'd be awesome. I would love to see that
You
fight.
said they fucked for 10
usually
days.
people complain about flashbacks, but this is a flashback that people want to see.
Yeah,
I want to see
I would
that.
definitely want to see that fight. I mean, they got to show the result
Dude,
of
what
that
if they
fight.
put that into the movie? One Piece Film Z, because we know it involves the admirals and shit. What if they
I've heard
put
about
that?
that.
Into
That'd be a great excuse to show that fight, and it'd also be the best excuse because since it's a movie format, they can just go incredible with the animation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. I mean, like, this
They need to do that.
I mean, ice mountains are probably like 6,000 meters. It was like, holy shit, bro.
Volcanoes
How you
coming out of
doing
the
this,
ground.
Aokiji? These and just dragging, screw it, just chug them in there, yeah. And then, of course, we have Kinemon, which I think is going to be I mean, people are saying that he's going to join the crew, and I'm like,
No way.
no.
Not someone who fucking talks with his farts. Screw that shit.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, like another swordsman. Like, come on, like we have.
Yeah, and he's two. Like, yeah, each one has a fucking occupation. What the fuck is his occupation? He's nothing
Yeah.
special. He's just comic relief at this point. And
Pretty-
he can cut exploding and shit. Maybe like Zoro will learn that shit from him.
Yeah,
He's
Well,
just
yeah, that's
he's
what I
just the
was-
side character of the arc. That's all he is.
yeah, that's.
He's like a Vivi, except
He's exactly. He's who they're helping out this arc because that's like I said, I like this arc because it's unpredictable. Because a lot of the times it's just the Straw Hats going to an island, meeting people, finding out their problem, and solving the problem. And I'm glad that's not really what's I mean, they're kind of doing that here,
But it's bigger than that.
But it's still big. Yeah, there's a bigger picture. There's bigger things that are going on. But I still think Jinbei should have just joined the damn crew. I mean, I know he said when I come back I'll join, but they've been building him up for so long, and they need a fishman on that
for
crew.
no reason. It's all
I mean,
planned out.
but he had obligations to Fishman Island. There's no way there's no way he can leave. Like the same reason for Boa Hancock. She couldn't just leave the people in Amazon Lily. She can't do that. She's Shibakai. So no.
I don't know. I really wanted Jinbei to be on the crew.
Dude, like with One Piece, I don't really wish anything. It's like, it's fucking Oda. It's gonna be awesome. I'm just here for the ride. Like, I don't really care. Like, it's fun to predict things and whatever, but whatever happens, it's going to be awesome.
Well,
Yeah, what I will say is that
there's
what's-
proof in the past that he's definitely delivered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
One Piece is always fun, but I don't think One Piece reads very good week to week. I think it's better when you sit down and read like a whole arc at a time.
People say that.
Mm-hmm.
My personal opinion.
Well, yeah,
What I can say is at least each week when it comes out, you're going to get some great artwork. Like,
Well, I do both. Like, I read the fucking chapters and I buy the volumes. So you just read that, like reread it, and it's whatever.
and I prefer the anime. I mean, I like the manga, but I do like all the voices and everything.
Yo, and then in this arc, we have to
Love it
remember.
all.
In this arc, we have to remember that Kinemon still has his son to search for, and his son. So that means that there may be another batch of kids hiding out somewhere in Caesar's lab. So we haven't seen them yet. And then we have Kinemon himself, who's part of the Wano Kuni, which we know, like Luffy and his crew, they're probably going to go there at some point. And in fact, if there's another time skip, then this time skip may take place in the Wano Kuni. That'd be some good shit. So props to Oda.
No more time skips.
No more time skips.
There has to be. There has to be.
Dude, do you think at the end of One Piece they're gonna... what the fuck? Do you think at the end of One Piece it's gonna be like a part where they all just go back to all the places and they go like Chopper's Island, they go to Nami's Island, all
I
that
guarantee it. There's going to One Piece is going to have one of the greatest, I think, final epilogues
shit?
of any series ever. There, because
The one
obviously
thing
there's
I'm
so many
looking forward
characters.
to more than... Well, not more than, but just as much as Luffy being Pirate King is Brook meeting Laboon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they built that
Oh,
up,
man.
and then they just walked away from it.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll definitely come back to that.
He's saving his afro just so he could see Laboon.
Yeah, right. 50 years. I mean, this guy he was on his ship with the corpses of his crewmates for
Yeah, like,
50 years.
damn.
Whoa, okay, well, holy shit, man. Like, damn.
I'm
Talk about
surprised
silly right
he
there.
wasn't
No
more.
wonder he's kind of insane.
Yeah, I'm surprised
Yeah,
he
right.
wasn't more messed up. when the
I mean,
when
he's already
Luffy and the crew
pretty.
found
He's
him.
already pretty nutty though.
Yeah, something happened to him on that ship. That's for sure. That made the Brook we know and love.
About that, nothing was really happening on that ship besides like psychological fucking trauma.
Yeah, except staring at your dead crewmates.
Skull joke.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I fucking pulled it off. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
All right.
So that wraps up our manga segment. Now we want to go into our favorite summer movies. Some of the movies that came out this summer were The Avengers, Prometheus, Spider-Man, and Batman. Do you guys have any personal favorites this summer?
Well, yeah, probably start off.
What happened?
Start off, man. Movies, bro.
I haven't seen any summer movies.
God,
Jesus.
Jesus.
you know,
I've seen 3 before they just.
Okay, Yokorama, give us your...
Fucking awesome.
Right, my top 3 of the 3 that I've seen, the only one I have not seen from what you have just mentioned is Prometheus. I do want to watch it, but I'm probably going to wait for it to come out like at a dollar theater or something. So
That's a good idea.
I'll just wait for that. But the top 3, I watched all 3 of the superhero movies of the summer. Number 3 is Avengers. Number 2, Spider-Man. Number 1, Batman.
Wow. I'm surprised to hear that Avengers is number 3.
Dude, I actually enjoyed Spider-Man more than The Dark Knight, but I think The Dark Knight was the movie.
The thing is, the Avengers story sucked.
I didn't like the Avengers.
comedy.
No. This is your chance. What didn't you like about it?
The Avengers.
Yeah. What did you like about the Avengers?
The story was just lacking. Like, I didn't care about Loki. He was like one of the worst villains. Like, he felt like somebody that was being used by somebody. That's it. That was just like...
He was being used by someone, though, actually.
Yeah.
He was being used by Thanos.
Technically.
That was... I saw that lame. I was expecting a bit more. But the comedy did save it. The Hulk, Iron Man, that was pretty good stuff. Captain America I didn't care for as much. And
He's the only one that got beat by Loki.
Or
Dude, what threw me off about The Dark Knight was like...
comedy was so freaking awesome, though. I see that as like just mainly comedy. That's a comedy.
Yeah, it kind of had a more campy feel than any other movie this summer. And that's saying a lot when you talk about
Well,
Spider-Man.
Look at the source material.
Yeah, it's a goofy kind of...
You know, it's supposed to be kind of goofy.
If it wasn't as funny as this, then like it probably wouldn't be in my top 3. I probably like.
Yeah, if they didn't have Iron Man as Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, and Hulk that wasn't as cool.
Mm-hmm.
There were definitely some key things that saved that movie from being interesting.
Mm-hmm. What about Dark Knight Rises? How do you feel about that?
awesome. That was amazing. Yo, Bane is my dude. That shit was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. I mean, that was just awesome, dude.
Dude, his voice threw me off, though. It sounded like fucking
His
Yoda.
voice is like one of the best things of the movie.
It's awesome, though. I was like, yes.
Yeah. Batman. How did you escape? Like, what the fuck? Who the hell are you? Like, I'm Bane. Like, whoa. Like, I expected a little more, deep, rugged,
Dude, but
yes.
I didn't like it as much as I thought I would.
Dude, I don't know what you're on right now, man, but fuck Spider-Man. That shit was garbage. I left halfway in the movie. I was like, fuck this. That's right, nigga. I left halfway.
The thing is, I'm just a huge Spider-Man fan. That's why I like it, and I was very surprised how good the actor was.
Mm-hmm.
I went to see Dark Knight, and then after Dark Knight was over, I was like, fuck it. I was with my friend. I'm like, fuck it. Let's just see Spider-Man 2. So we just walked into Spider-Man 2. So I guess that...
Nothing like 6 hours a movie.
6 hours.
I don't know, but I don't know. I fucking enjoyed it. It was fun. I don't really care.
But I don't know. I just...
That was Avengers. That was fun. That was awesome.
Yes.
It was a good summer movie.
Especially when we see, Banner transform into the Hulk, and then we have Thor go up against Hulk. I was like, oh shit! In the middle of this like flying battleship, like, oh come on, man! Fuck Spider-Man, man!
Spider-Man was a good.
Oh man!
All right.
Spider-Man was better than the old Spider-Man. So.
What are you trying to say?
Let me give my top 3. This one's
I disagree.
here. Let me give my top 3. This one's definitely going to be really different. Number 3 is The Dark Knight Rises.
What?
Number 2 is Spider-Man, and number 1 is Avengers.
Are you kidding?
I am not kidding, and let me go ahead and just explain this real quick. Just because Dark Knight is number 3 does not make it a bad movie. I actually think that The Dark Knight Rises was really, really good. It was really entertaining, but it has some of the biggest freaking plot holes I've ever seen in a movie that are just too glaring, and they piss me off a little too much. Bane was cool. I thought he was handled really well, but they didn't explain enough about why the hell he wears a mask. And I know it's supposed to be all realistic in the Nolan universe, but are you really going to have fucking Catwoman, and by the way, spoilers alert, are you really going to have Catwoman beat Bane with a freaking motorcycle? What the fuck is this shit? Did you not just see Bane literally ripping like a plane apart and jumping around?
Exactly.
Yeah, they passed on the villain role to that chick.
Yeah, they passed it on to this girl who ends up being...
It didn't even matter by the end. It was like, whatever.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And it ends up being this really obscure female villain from the Batman universe known as Talia al Ghul, who, of course, is related to the villain from the first Batman Begins film. But in that sense, I do like it because it connects a lot more to the first film than The Dark Knight. But I don't want to say it's... I liked it just as much as Batman Begins, but I still liked The Dark Knight better as a movie. But it's still a really good Batman movie. Like, it gave me everything I wanted. It was really entertaining, but there were just a few plot holes. I was just like, what the hell? Did they not even think about this?
I don't know, dude. I think the thing that kind of made me not enjoy the whole plot twist at the end as much is because I just watched a movie called From Paris with Love, and there's a scene at the end, well, near the end, where the exact same fucking thing happens. If you've seen that movie.
Yeah, I saw that movie.
So I was like, wow, shit again? Come on now.
But again, on Spider-Man, again, I really liked Spider-Man. It's the Spider-Man I've really always wanted, to be honest. I thought the kid who played Peter Parker did a really fantastic job. I thought the Lizard was awesome. I thought he looked great. And it was literally Spider-Man on the big screen. That's why I liked it.
That shit halfway through.
And that's really it. But then it all comes down to the Avengers, which I think gave you the most bang for your buck. It's if anything, I will agree, you guys. Loki, I thought was a lame villain. He presented zero threat a lot of the time, and like Christian even said, Captain America, unfortunately, he's the only guy who got beaten by Loki. But which sort of sucks. But I think of all the action scenes and the way they developed the camaraderie of the team and everything, I think they did a really good job with it. They managed to make all these different movies that from completely almost different seemingly universes work really well together. And I don't know, every single action scene I think of from the other movies, and these are superhero movies, they have to have action.
I know what you mean. Loki presented no threat. I mean, when there's giant fucking robot turtles flying around the city.
Yeah, and they're the
no threat, man.
The aliens were the Chitauri. Do you guys know who the Chitauri are? No, I don't. But
I don't fucking
know. But the one thing I just want to mention,
actually from like the actual like Avengers.
They're like a Marvel's comic villains from like the 1970s that were used like 2 times. That no one ever remembers.
Well, I think I know who they are. I like a little bit before I watched like the 2 Avengers movies from like 2006 or something like that, like the cartoon movies.
Yeah,
I think it was with the Chitaris. Chitaris was there.
Well,
they're pretty decent, but these kind of suck.
In any case, so here my final thoughts. The reason why I think Avengers was the best. It has a lot, of course, and it's kind of a shallow reason. It has a lot to do with the action, but we do need to realize these are superhero movies. They're intended to give us some ridiculous action. And every single action film and every single fight scene that happened in the Avengers, I thought was really well done, and they lasted a long time. They didn't just blow their load and leave the room. Like that scene where the scene where all of S.H.I.E.L.D. is like going down and they're doing everything they can to keep it afloat. That action scene goes on for like 30 minutes. It's ridiculous. And there's so much stuff going on. There's Iron Man flying around. There's Hulk fighting Thor. There's Captain America trying to keep things afloat. There's Samuel L. Jackson firing rocket launcher. This is an immediate win. Batman versus Samuel L. Jackson with a rocket launcher.
In Avengers are way more memorable than any of the fight scenes of the 3 other movies. But the reason why I like Batman more than any of the other 3 movies is mainly for the story. I just prefer Batman.
It was a story.
I'll definitely...
It's a superhero movie, but it's not solely focused on fights. Avengers was solely focused on fights and comedy.
Yeah,
fights and comedy.
Oh yeah, no. I'll agree that the story for The Dark Knight Rises and everything is way hands down better, way more written. It doesn't follow like a structure as much as say the Avengers did, and it was a little more unpredictable. And for that, I'll definitely give it a lot of credit. But when I'm going to see a superhero movie on the screen,
in that movie,
I want to see some action.
What were you saying, Code Provider?
Dude, if Heath Ledger didn't die, then they could have had Joker break out of jail like Scarecrow did because he was the judge.
Mm-hmm. And I thought that was a great cameo.
Are you blaming Heath Ledger for dying? Like seriously, dude? Like
no, I'm just saying like it would make the movie that much better if he was in the movie.
Oh, it would have made it incredible. It would have been nice if they'd have at least mentioned the Joker's existence at some point during that movie, but it's like,
remember and be like, "Fuck, he died."
And then you'll be like, I want to go home and watch The Dark Knight instead. But,
I was very happy to see actually Scarecrow there.
yeah, that was a great cameo.
Favorite part of the movie was when Bane just goes like, with that Yoda-ass voice, like, "You have merely adopted the darkness."
Yeah.
I was born.
It's so funny because the Batman, like, if you think about it, the fight scenes are just people punching each other, and it's still pretty badass.
Yeah.
Because they don't really have it because Bane was so methodical. Bane was so methodical, so ruthless, so so conniving, so devious, and the shit he planned to achieve. I mean, there was one scene where right after it was the captain of the police squad guy's name, that one old guy's name completely.
The commissioner. The commissioner.
Gordon.
Yeah. When he gets sent down the drain, and then one of the guys like, well, we go after him. He's like, Bane's like, go get him, and then he shoots the guy.
Oh yeah.
He falls down the river and he follows him. I'm like, what the fuck? And it was crazy shit. And you're like, man, Bane's fucking awesome. And I mean, honestly, my rating is Spider-Man 3. That should be even on the fucking list. Fuck that shit. Avengers number 2, Batman number 1. It's that simple. I mean, look, Avengers was awesome. I mean, right down to it, what made for me was just Hulk. Just seeing Hulk just do all that shit. It was awesome. It was so cool. And yeah, the way we see Captain America take the lead role, even though he's not the strongest, but he's not one of the weakest members either.
He's strategic. He's strategic.
He's more strategic because we see him have that military background. So we see him plan out the attacks and how he coordinates Thor to do this, Iron Man to do this, and he's like Hulk smash, shit, that was awesome. So, but yeah, ultimately speaking, number 1 Batman, number 2 Avengers, and fuck Spider-Man. So yeah.
Number 1 Spider-Man because it was awesome. Number 2 Dark Knight because it was also awesome, but I enjoyed it slightly less. And the Avengers was boring most of the time, and the only good parts were Hulk and Iron Man, and the rest of it could go fuck itself.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely kind of hard to compete with Hulk and Iron Man because they have these great CG effects surrounding them, and then you got Thor, who's in a Shakespearean outfit.
Oh, dude, fuck
and then
Thor. Fuck Thor. God damn. Fuck that guy.
And then you got Hawkeye, he's just wearing all black, and it would have been nice if they put a mask on him at least.
I can't stand Thor. I can't stand it. Every time anything happened, he would just swing his fucking hammer like a fucking retard. God damn, it pissed me off. He's so stupid. He's just swinging a fucking hammer around. It drove me crazy.
It's kind of what he does.
Shit.
By Odin's beard. By Odin's beard.
Screw that character.
Hey, this is pretty cool. I think every single one of us has a different opinion.
Yeah, that's
I don't
really.
think any of us have the same top 3.
No, but that's what's great about this.
That's pretty awesome.
Thor can go die.
Spider-Man can go die.
But I think the general consensus is this has probably been, I think, the best movie summer for superhero movies so far.
Yeah. Of course, we did forget about Prometheus, but that was really good too. So,
Well, Prometheus, I actually thought it sucked personally.
I never.
Visually and I'd say visually speaking, it's great. But the story can definitely leave you wanting.
Yeah, it just left too many questions to the point where I felt like it was bad storytelling, and it was very pretty. And I love space travel movies. I love being out in space and robots and all that.
And it's
shit.
not a remake, and it's not it's something slightly original.
And I'm sorry, spoiler alert, they just sort of shove an alien in there at the end, and I'm just sort of like, you bitches, you just did that, didn't you? Like, you wanted to work so hard to get away from aliens, and then you just did that at the end.
It does look much different from the other Alien, but
that's true.
Still.
I mean, what you're talking about, in order for them to actually go back and explain everything.
Not really. That's the.
What the hell, man? What do you want from these people?
That's the thing. They don't really explain anything. They give us some minor answers and they show us some other stuff that happened, and then like Christian said, they give you that little xenomorph alien at the end to make you go, "Ooh, that's awesome." But that's pretty much it. And
the alien wakes up from sleep in that cryo chamber or whatever it is, and then it's instantly pissed at humans, and it doesn't explain why, at all. It's just pissed, and it just rips the head off that one dude and runs away. And I'm like, why?
I remember that.
I'm like, why is that happening? Yeah.
But it's a step, I think, in the right direction for some somewhat more original movies, and I hope people take lessons from it in the future, because we need more movies like that, I think.
I mean, Ridley Scott obviously is a good storyteller. I just felt the story didn't have a conclusion. It just didn't really.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like that was.
It's not supposed to. What the dude? You know that.
That's true. It's not supposed to answer everything. It's just like, oh, there they go.
Best movie of the summer was Ted.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. That's debatable.
Hey, you guys saw Total Recall and you said you thought it sucked, right?
I saw bits and pieces of it, and I'm maybe a little jaded because I'm a huge fan of the original Arnold version.
Yeah, same here. I'm a huge fan of the original. I'm afraid to go watch that.
Yeah, and it's like I saw a little bit of it, and I'm like, you know what? It looks nice, but there is no soul in this movie whatsoever.
It's just like what's that Die Hard in the Future sort of movie? The Fifth Element.
Yeah, well, I like The Fifth Element.
Well, it feels like The Fifth Element.
Yeah, it kind of has the Fifth Element feel to it, but like I said, the characters, you just don't give a fuck about them.
I'm scared to watch it. I don't want it to like.
You know what you should do? You should just watch the original Total Recall, and then you'll be happy.
I'm probably just gonna rewatch it on the like.
Wow.
Because I fucking love that movie. I think it's almost damn near perfect.
They do bring back. They do bring back the three boob girls.
Yeah, they bring back the three booth prostitute, but and I think on that note, I think that's a perfect segue to end this delightful podcast.
Yeah, the three booth prostitute. That's perfect.
All right, but again, guys, thank you for joining us for this awesome podcast. Again, we have Yokorama Game Talk,
King of Lightning, Code Provider, and Uberikari. Thank you guys so much for coming on. Is there actually? Let's go around. Yokorama Game Talk. Talk about your channel. Give it a shout out.
I do videos about anime and manga.
Solid description, man.
I'm a Game Talk. Peace.
Awesome. King of Lightning, what about you?
Well, I do videos. I do anime and manga reviews and discussions. So, that being said, this is King of Lightning. I'll see you guys later. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe to Super Kami Guru 9000. Peace. Have a nice day.
Isn't that awesome? We don't have to do a shameless plug now.
No, we don't have to do it now. Awesome. Thank you.
I got you.
Yeah, thank you. And Code Provider, tell us about your One Piece themed all the time channel.
It's not necessarily.
I know, dude. I'm kidding.
If you want to take a dip in a pool of rainbows and sunshine, go to my channel.
You sound completely high.
Awesome.
1960.
And last but definitely not least, Uberikari, let us hear about your channel, please.
I do anime and manga reviews, video discussions, also TV shows, and I'm currently doing episode reviews of Breaking Bad, so make sure to subscribe.
Awesome. That sounds great. And all the links to their channels will be in the description below, as well as their pictures will be annotated links. So be sure to click on those and check out these guys' channels and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for coming on today, and we'll talk to you guys later. Peace.